In this video, we are going to see periodicity properties of discrete time signals. To say it, let's consider a signal which is exponential complex signal. So x of t, I will consider in condensed time domain e raised to j omega 0 t. As we know, this can be represented in trigonometric form like this. Since this is having sinusoidal terms which are inherently periodic 1, I can say x of t is periodic signal with time period t0, which is given by t0 is 2 pi by omega 0. The important thing over here we need to note is that x of t is periodic for any value of omega 0. So there is absolutely no restriction on having a value of omega 0. It could be integer. Even if it is not an integer, still x of t remains periodic. But that is not a case for discrete time signal. So we'll discuss what will happen to the periodicity in discrete time. So in a discrete time signal, e raised to j omega 0 n to be periodic, we must have e raised to j omega 0 n plus capital N equal to e raised to j omega 0 n. This is a simple definition of periodicity of a signal. So if I work out this, I will get e raised to j omega 0 n into e raised to j omega 0 n equal to e raised to j omega 0 small n. I can cancel out this. I will get e raised to j omega 0 n equal to 1. Meaning, if I expand this in trigonometric form, I will get cos omega 0 n plus j sine omega 0 n has to be equal to 1. In order to get this should be equal to 1, which is a real term, I should have omega 0 n as 0 or 2 pi or 4 pi, 6 pi, so on. So if you see carefully, I should have omega 0 equal to 2 pi by n or 4 pi by n or 6 pi by n. Basically, even multiple of 2 pi. So we must have signal and multiple of 2 pi. So it could be even or odd multiple of 2 pi. So I repeat, the most important thing is we should have multiple of 2 pi in our frequency. Then and then only I can say the given discrete time signal is periodic. So basically what it's saying, the time period n we will get as 2 pi by omega 0. We are considering a fundamental time period n0. So to get n0 as an integer, 2 pi factor need to be cancelled out, and that can be cancelled out if omega 0 is a multiple of 2 pi. This is a very important rule for a discrete time signal to be periodic one. Whereas in continuous time, there wasn't any such restriction on omega 0. So let's compare signals which are exponential complex in continuous time and discrete time. So it's a continuous time, it is a discrete time. So the difference is distinct values of omega 0 will give distinct signals. Whereas in the discrete time, we will get identical signals for values of omega 0 separated by multiples of 2 pi. Second point of difference is continuous time signal is periodic for any choice of omega 0, whereas there is a restriction in discrete time. Signals are periodic only if omega 0 is a multiple of 2 pi. And third point of difference is fundamental time period is T0, nothing but 2 pi by omega 0, no restriction on omega, whereas over here fundamental time period is N0 equal to 2 pi by omega 0, but one restriction over here on omega, that it should be the multiple of 2 pi, hence we introduce a integer m. So as far as the periodicity of a discrete time signal is concerned, this point is very important, that the frequency should be multiple of 2 pi. Thank you.